No. Baby little can't steer my.
Democrats even consider acquiescing to Elon Musk. I think it is a huge slap in the face, and I think that there's a wide sense of betrayal. If there is an erosion of trust and a breach of trust, such as what is being considered right now, it will make cooperation difficult.
For us to just surrender to a partisan, destructive piece of legislation that would last for 6 months is unacceptable. I cannot support giving them a license to destroy.
Progressive lawmakers, they're letting loose on Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer after he supported the GOP's continuing resolution spending bill, this to avoid a government shutdown. Joining me now is California Congressman Robert Garcia. Hello, good to see you as always. So let's get into this because, Congressman, it wasn't just progressives. You had some centrists who were also reportedly so infuriated with Schumer's decision, they're now encouraging AOC to run against him in a primary. How are you feeling about this today? Do you think Democrats missed an opportunity to fight back against Trump and his economic agenda for the country?
I do. I think it was a huge mistake to allow Elon Musk and Donald Trump essentially free rein to the federal budget. I think Senate Democrats, I think the Senate leader made an enormous miscalculation. This is not a time where we should be bending the knee to Donald Trump and bending the knee to Elon Musk. And this is not really a left or moderate issue within our own caucus. And this moment for me is really about what and which Democrats are actually going to stand up against Elon Musk and Donald Trump in this moment. And it's not about being progressive. It's not about being moderate. It's about who is going to be in this fight and push back and fight back. And Representative Ocasio-Cortez is absolutely correct. This was the huge mistake on the part of Senate Democrats. And House Democrats largely stayed united. We pushed back. Our leader, Hakeem Jeffries, did the right thing. And it's important that we call out this even within our own party. We have to be tougher and fight back.
So look, obviously you called the Senate Democrats out and wanted them to reject this bill. But at what cost? Because some argue a government shutdown would give Trump wide latitude to further dismantle the federal government. But then you have the House leaders who argue, OK, this new 6-month CR will give Trump and Musk the opportunity to do it. It sounds like Democrats were in a no-win situation.
No, absolutely not. I agree with Leader Jeffries and what House Democrats are trying to do. Let's be clear what was actually in this budget resolution. First, it actually cut benefits and additional programs for the American public. It cut billions and billions of dollars, for example, for veterans' health care. It tied the hands of Congress to push back on some of the tariffs that Donald Trump is trying to implement. And it essentially enshrined and gave a rubber stamp of approval to what Elon Musk is doing raiding our federal agencies. So there's no scenario where this would have been the right approach. What we should have done is fought, pushed back like the public has demanded of us, and renegotiated a shorter budget deal so we can actually put something together with some pressure, with some backbone that could actually push back to what Elon Musk is doing. This has completely tied our hands for the next few months. So now Donald Trump and Elon Musk have free rein to continue doing what they want. And the only way to stop them at this point is to fight tough and take them on in the courts.
OK, let's talk about what Trump and Musk are doing, because they have announced plans to cut the Department of Education workforce in half, firing hundreds of staff from the General Counsel, civil rights, student aid offices. What are your constituents telling you about their concerns? What's going to happen to schools and students in your California district?
This is it's infuriating and heartbreaking. The Department of Education is the single largest supporter of education for children and students with special needs, with disabilities, not just in California classrooms, but in classrooms across the country. So if you are a parent with a student that has a disability that is in some type of program that's providing them some support in their education, this is a direct attack on those programs, because sending the money to the states that Trump wants to do essentially gives states the ability to send that money to private schools and to provide a system where actually public schools get defunded because private schools won't take those programs up. So this is a fire alarm moment for parents and for children and students with disabilities. At the same time, it's cuts like these. It's cuts, for example, to the FAA why the hell are we firing 400 to 500 FAA safety workers when we're having major accidents on our planes? So this is all about them trying to save money so they can give Elon Musk, his billionaire friends, and all of the billionaire class in this country huge tax breaks.
The sentiments I'm reading from you, it resembles the anger over Doge and the cuts to government programs that's been seen significantly in force at Republican town halls across this country. It has sparked some Democrats to now hold town halls in red and swing districts after Republican leadership told members, hey, stop meeting in person with constituents. Here is what Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said Friday at his first stop on a national town hall tour. Take a listen.
There's a responsibility in this time of chaos where elected officials need to hear what people are irritated about. And I would argue that Democratic officials should hear the primal scream that's coming from America is do something, damn it, this is wrong. But this is what your representative needs to be here for. Because if they were proud of what they did, it's very hard to find an elected official who doesn't want to be in front of a crowd or a camera. When they don't want to be, you know something's up.
Do you agree with Tim Walz? Are Democrats doing what this moment calls for?
Well, first, I agree with the governor that this is a moment where people are angry, they're pissed, and they want us to match that energy. I am angry, and I'm angered that we are not fighting and pushing back harder. Now, I like Governor Walz. A lot of us are actually going around the country and are actually doing town halls in Republican districts. I've got a town hall coming up here in my own district, but I also have a town hall here in just a couple of weeks in a neighboring Republican district, because if they're not going to show up and answer questions to their constituents, we're going to do that. We should be there pushing back and actually answering the questions of people that are frustrated. And by the way, Alex, people that are showing up to these Republican town halls, they want to claim that somehow they're Democrat. Give me a break. It's a mix of their constituents. They're just too scared now to actually do them. And the National Party has now said, we're putting a lid on it. No more town halls for Republicans because they can't defend Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Hey, listen, come back.
Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers.
The sun's just about to come up. I think it's time now to get serious. Well, for one person, time to put the memes and TikToks down, because today we're going to talk about something that might actually require a little more focus and a lot less filters. It's a new day. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Time to step up as a leader. That's right. We're pushing pause on the digital dance-off to spotlight a real congressional shuffle that could stir the pot in a huge way. AOC. There's a leadership vacuum. A Schumer-sized hole. Because, let's face it, well, Chuck's been at it so long, you'd think he was auditioning for a Lifetime Achievement Award. Rather than driving progressive change, he's just different. And with Nancy Pelosi stepping back, AOC, there's a leadership gap wide enough to drive a Green New Deal through. Come on, New York's own powerhouse should be ready to take the reins. Why? Because when the Dems need a spine, who better than a Bronx-born battler? And AOC's never shied away from a Capitol Hill brawl. Illegitimate! The sun's up.
Doge did not exist 2 years ago. 19-year-olds were not raiding the Treasury 2 years ago.
And even Trump and Fox News are unlikely cheerleaders of Ocasio-Cortez. It's a kicker. It's true. Trump and his Fox News cronies just can't stop running the AOC fan club, eyeballing her nonstop.
I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Heard you talking about AOC.
AOC is
AOC who can waltz in anyway.
You have someone like AOC.
They fear her like a vegan fears a barbecue. Why? I tell you, she's got the guts to call out the MAGA crowd's bluff and do it more than a viral tweet or X that hits harder than a $2 steak. She is there calling it as it is.
And in front of reporters, Representative Yoho called me, and I quote, a fucking bitch. These are the words that Representative Yoho levied against a congresswoman the congresswoman that not only represents New York's 14th congressional district, but every congresswoman and every woman in this country.
I think there's a battle cry for anyone craving a dash of sanity with their politics right now. I've got some speech lines for you, AOC, as well. Could make the history books. Picture this. A Cortez at the podium, dropping lines like, "They say I'm too young to lead, but I say you're never too young to fight for justice." Or, "In a world of political dinosaurs, it's time for a meteor." It's the kind of rhetoric that doesn't just make headlines or trend, it can make history. But why AOC? I'll tell you why. In my opinion, an outside looking in, she's got guts, grit and glamour, and that'll work. AOC should lead because unlike some, she don't come to play politics, she comes to change the game.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives.
You know, while others tiptoe around billionaire donors, AOC is out there proving you can stand for something and not just fall for anything. She's like her mums, daughters, sisters, wives, all in one. A one-woman powerhouse who's been schooled in Congress on how to turn policy into action while making it look, she makes it look so easy. More than a walk in the park. It's just, look at her after the Dems lost the election. She didn't shy away. So as the Dems look for a new champion, it's clear AOC isn't just another politician. She's a movement. She defends. Look when she defended Crockett against Marjorie Taylor Greene. If the Dems want to keep up, they better start running. I think this Bronx bomber is not going to slow down for anyone. So there you have it. That's my call, folks. Call to arms, or rather a call to lead. AOC, the ball's in your court. And frankly, it's like a slam dunk.
Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.